Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, All the Talks. If you're new to them, my name is God's Love, and here we talk about any and everything. So today we're going to be talking about a video that I came across on TikTok. It's a video of Candace Owen, and it made a lot of sense there. So I'm going to play it for you guys, and then we're going to talk about it.
Healthcare was widely criticized for a plan to start denying payment for what it deemed non-critical visits to the hospital emergency rooms. So essentially you arrive at the hospital and they can just decide whether or not afterwards, because that's how it all works, it's afterwards, you're blindfolded, that actually, no, we don't really think that you should have gone to the hospital, so we're just going to deny you coverage. So you're just going to get stuck with a $10,000 bill.
Bro, isn't that crazy? Like, the whole purpose of emergency is emergency. You never know. So you don't know if whatever you're feeling or however your body is feeling, you don't know if it's gonna be a bigger problem than what you initially thought it's gonna be until you get checked out. That is the whole purpose of going to the hospital in the first place. Like, oh, okay, my chest is hurting and I shouldn't go to the hospital because it could potentially not be a life-threatening emergency. Then what if it is? How is a patient supposed to know that? That's the whole point of going to professionals, doctors, nurses, so they can look at you and run tests on you, because we don't know. We don't have tests at home to run for nothing.
Because part of this price gauging is like you go to CVS and you look at Tylenol and Tylenol says it's $100 a pill. You're going to go, no, I'm good. I don't need Tylenol for $100 a pill. I can't afford that. Hospital, they just give you stuff and don't tell you how much it costs. Then you look and they're like, no, it's $100 a pill.
Facts.
And now you owe us $10,000 for a hospital visit that you were at the hospital for one night. I mean, it's that insane, guys. I'm not kidding. So United Healthcare took this position that they were going to decide after, like, play with people's entire financial lives. They said, quote, patients are not medical experts and should not be expected to self-diagnose during what they believe is a medical emergency.
Isn't that ridiculous? That is just ridiculous. It blows my mind that this is actually legal. This is people's reality. This is what they do, and this is how these insurance companies, this is literally how they make money. And they wonder what could push somebody to do what Luigi did, allegedly. He's not convicted yet.
It's incredible. That's what the chief executive of the American Hospital Association wrote in an open letter that was addressed to Thompson, essentially threatening patients with a financial penalty if they made the wrong decision.
Do you even hear how ridiculous that sounds? So they're threatening patients now with financial penalties for wanting to use what they paid for. Because mind you, these patients, they are going to these insurance companies not as a charity case, but as a customer. They just want to get what they deserve. They want to get what they paid for. They are not asking for any favors, and they are being threatened with a financial penalty if they make the wrong decision. Okay, this pisses me off. I have mixed feelings about Candace, but in this particular instance, she actually makes a lot of sense, because it's just mind-boggling how these insurance companies actually operate. When they want to take your money, it's cool. It's like the process is smooth as butter, right? But when it's time for them to actually come through for you when you need them, it becomes a problem. They drag you through all this unending cycle. It's crazy. Let's get back to it.
Insanity, just absolute insanity. You go to the hospital,
I agree.
You think it's an emergency, obviously, and if it ends up not being an emergency and it's not life-threatening, then great. You're like, okay, amazing. And you're only in the hospital because there's so few doctors that you can even go to under your insurance plan. You've got to follow the doctor hours.
Yes, Candace, preach.
As you get into the lower tier of coverage, they have way too many patients because people don't have the money to be able to afford the bigger plans, and they therefore are not paying enough, and they have so many patients in the waiting room, they can't even get an appointment for months.
And this is so true. Like, I literally called my primary care physician, and I wanted to make an appointment with him for my yearly checkup. And I called these people in September. Guess when they have available for me? In March of next year. I called in September, August or September. It might have been August. And they didn't have anything available up until March of 2025. So what then happens if it's something that actually need to be checked out? So they will tell you to go to emergency room, and now you're being threatened with financial penalty if you go to the emergency room and it turns out not to be a medical emergency. There is literally no win-win here. America, United States, by far has the most expensive healthcare. Yet, it's not even the first in rankings in terms of quality of healthcare. It's not. It's all about business.
They can't even get an appointment. I'm really telling you, it's awful.
Like I said earlier, with Candace, it's always been hit and miss for me. But this is one of the times that she actually hits it for me. She makes a lot of sense. So I came across this on TikTok and I decided it was a good idea to share with you guys and see what you guys think. But she makes a lot of great sense, and quite honestly, I found it funny because I literally had just made a video the other day talking about how Ben Shapiro came on the internet and was trying to make it all political and this and that, and then within the same day as I came across this video by Candace, and so I thought it was funny because they were beefing at some point, and it was just funny to me. But anyways, she makes a lot of great sense, and yeah, healthcare in America kind of sucks. Unfortunately, it doesn't necessarily suck in terms of the care itself, but the whole system itself, how everything is being operated, it sucks. Because there's no way places like Canada have free healthcare, and we're neighbors. Like United States and Canada, we're neighbors. Yet, the average person can't even afford quality healthcare here. The ones that actually do have insurance and pay for these things, when it's actually time for the insurance companies to cover for them, it becomes a problem. It's like there is literally no winning. And then this insurance company, they are literally banking on someone's debt, so they won't have to pay after you've paid your hard-earned money for years. Like, what sense does that make? Anyway, guys, that will be it for today. And thank you guys for tuning in. And before you leave, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, guys, I'll see you guys. One love.